I'm going to show you how I made a solar-powered outdoor Meshtastic node using a repurposed outdoor Wi-Fi security camera. The camera had broken because water snuck inside the case, but the solar panel and two 18650 lithium-ion batteries inside were still just fine. Of course, building an outdoor node, you want it to be waterproof, so if you have a waterproof box that didn't already fail once, that may be a better starting point. But having the solar panel, case, and batteries all ready to go without buying anything was a big plus for me. I'm using an WisBlock mini kit. I bought it from Rockland for fast shipping because they're in Florida. And it has a Nordic NRF 82850 chip. So this chip does Bluetooth and LoRa, but not Wi-Fi. So the advantage over an ESP32 based board is that it draws much less power and it's perfect for solar powered setup. So the kit comes with a Bluetooth low energy chip antenna, as well as an SMA bulkhead connector and a stubby 915 MHz LoRa antenna. I pushed the Bluetooth chip antenna inside the case next to the battery. I had to buy a 10-pack of wires with the connectors to hook up to the battery and solar panel jacks. This cost me $20, but I have the connectors for 9 more nodes if I ever want to make more. You could just buy batteries and solar panels designed for Meshtastic nodes, and they come with the correct connectors already attached. So that'd work well if you didn't have a case that already had a built-in solar panel and batteries. A single 18650 cell would probably be plenty with a solar panel this size, but the case came with 2 parallel setups, so I'm using it. The only tricky bit is that the battery connector on the RAK4631 board kind of has a reverse polarity from some typical setups. So you want to pay very close attention to the positive red mark. I had to wire my connection wire backwards, my black wire to the red wire from the battery to make things just match up polarity-wise. So you want to pay attention to that. Once I had the battery and solar panel hooked up, I used a copious amount of hot glue to attach the circuit board in place. I made the USB-C port from the original case line up with the board by plugging in a cable to hold the board while I glued it in place. You don't really need access to the USB port except for firmware updates and charging the battery if the solar panel doesn't give you enough power. And with this particular Nordic chip, it is possible to flash the firmware via Bluetooth, but not recommended as a cable connection is more reliable. I drilled a hole into the top cover of the SMA bulkhead connector and sealed it with hot glue. I also tried to seal the cover with hot glue from the inside before I put it on. I bought a MuziWorks 915 antenna and used more hot glue to seal it on. I definitely recommend this antenna. It improved my reception quite a bit over the stock kit antenna. So my original plan was to hang this from a tree using the 1/4x20 mounting point on the back, which would make the seal on the front not matter too much. But I changed plans halfway through, I glued some magnets to it, and I decided to mount it upright attached to a pre-existing solar fan on the roof. This meant that my front and top seal was much more important, and my node reset itself after the first rainstorm. Remember, the reason I had this case is that the water had gotten inside when it was a Wi-Fi camera. So I really sealed the top with hot glue on the outside, and that fixed the problem. This guy has been up on the roof for a month now, and it has made it through several rainstorms without any more problems. I installed it with a 70% battery charge, and over the course of a few sunny days, it solar charged itself up to 99%, and I've never seen it go below 90% since then. This particular board uses about 2 to 3% of the battery capacity to go overnight. I configured the node to broadcast a fixed position. You can buy a GPS module to add on, but that uses extra power, and this node's never going to move. And I have an uncertainty circle. That way people will have a general idea of where it's located for planning their networking, but they won't know the exact address where it's located. Now I also added the public key of my portable node to the remote administration list. This allows me to modify the configuration over the Meshtastic network remotely. Now I can connect to the node via Bluetooth from inside the house, but only if I'm in the room that's directly underneath it. Note that I have not needed to turn on the power saver mode, so the Nordic chip can run continuously and the solar panel makes more power than it uses, so it keeps the battery topped up, and this thing is just sitting there running along happily all on its own.